Hello everybody, I'm going to be reading you A Squash and a Squeeze by Junia Donaldson, and it's illustrated by Alex Schiffer. There we are, A Squash and a Squeeze. These are all the animals that are featuring in the book. Look at this, we've got hens and pigs and goats and cows. Now, a little old lady lived all by herself, with a table and chairs and a jug on the shelf. Wise old man heard her grumble and grouse, "There's not enough room in my house." "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." There's the old lady sitting at her table, and there's the wise old man that she's asking to help her. Got a good beard, hasn't he? "Take in your hen," said the wise old man. "Take in my hen? What a curious plan." Well, the hen laid an egg on the fireside rug and flapped round the room, knocking over the jug. Look at that hen. Look at that big egg. It's nearly Easter. You'll be getting an egg. Look at him. He's running off the hen. The jug, he's pushing that jug right off of that shelf. The little old lady cried, "What shall I do? It was pokey for one, and it's tiny for two. My nose has a tickle, there's no room to sneeze. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." Look at that. Look. Poor Nana, look at her, look. Look, there's the hen, he's laid the egg and he's smashed the jug on the rug. Naughty hen. "Take in your goat," said the wise old man. "Take in my goat? What a curious plan." There, she's pulling the goat in, look. Well, the goat chewed the curtains and trod on the egg and sat down to nibble the table leg. Have you ever seen a hen sitting on a table? Not in Nana's house. The little old lady cried, "Glory be! It was tiny for two and it's titchy for three. The hen pegs the goat and the goat's got fleas. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." Look at that goat and the hen. Look, in Nana's house. Oh, she's getting really upset in this picture. Look at that goat and hen. They're being really naughty. "Take in your pig," said the wise old man. "Take in my pig? What a curious plan. Look at that great big pig, big and pink." So she took in her pig, who kept chasing the hen and raiding the larder again and again. Look at that naughty pig in the larder. I wonder who raids the larder in Nana's house. The little old lady cried, "Stop, I implore. It was titchy for three and it's teeny for four." Even the pig in the larder agrees. My house is a squash and a squeeze. And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." Look at that naughty goat and pig in Nana's larder. They're eating all the goodies. And now look at them. They're so full up because they've eaten all of the goodies. "Take in your cow," said the wise old man. "Take in my cow? What a curious plan. Look at that black and white cow. She's pushing him in the house. Well, the cow took one look and charged straight at the pig, then jumped on the table and danced out a jig. Look at that cow on the table. Have you ever seen a cow on the table? Not in Nana's house. The little old lady cried, "Heavens alive! It was teeny for four and it's weeny for five. I'm tearing my hair out. I'm down on my knees. My house is a squash and a squeeze." And she said, "Wise old man, won't you help me please? My house is a squash and a squeeze." Look at them sitting around the table. No room for the old lady, and she's getting really upset now, look. "Take them all out," said the wise old man, "but then I'll be back where I first began." So she opened the window and out flew the hen. "That's better. At last I can sneeze again." She shooed out the goat and she shoved out the pig. My house is beginning to feel pretty big. She huffed and she puffed and she pushed out the cow. "Just look at my house, it's enormous now." See the trouble she's having getting that cow out of her house. I expect he's quite cosy in there. Thank you, old man, for the work you have done. It was weeny for 5, it's gigantic for 1. There's no need to grumble, there's no need to grouse. There's plenty of room in my house. She's saying thank you and she's shaking his hand. And now she's full of frolics and fiddle-dee-dees. It isn't a squash and it isn't a squeeze. Yes, she's full of frolics and fiddle-dee-dees. It isn't a squash or a squeeze. So she's got her house back to herself and it's lovely and tidy and clean, and the animals are where they belong, outside. And that's the end of the story for my lovely, lovely children. Bye-bye.